That was weird. That was real weird.
It was real weird. I don't know why that happened. I've never seen that before.
I can't say I have either. My mic is definitely quieter than yours.
Oh, fuck it.
Not by much. It's a smidge, but you can see it on the mixer input. Da-di-da. That looked about right. We'll see. Hi, everybody. Hi, Hannah and Tomb. How are we all?
I am fucking exhausted. That's how I am.
Same. You're very coloured.
Really?
Can't say that anymore.
I haven't touched anything in that side of it. Oh, you just mean that he's wearing a purple shirt? He's gone. He's gone. He's had enough. He's had enough completely. We are at the end of our collective tether, yeah. But,
the tether has been broken.
Yeah.
It has long been gone.
But yes, no, I'm sleepy. Obviously I've been playing a lot of God of War. But last night, because I had to drive to Epsom today, so last night, probably about 11 o'clock, I was like, I'm going to stop playing this now because I'm tired and I'm going to go to bed because I've got to do a long drive tomorrow.
And then you played until 2 a.m.
No. I came off 11 o'clock and just could not sleep. And I was just awake until like 4 a.m.
I hate it.
And then was just like, I should have just fucking stayed up playing God of War. And then I was like, if I go and play God of War now, I guarantee you I'll fall asleep on the sofa. I was really annoyed.
Yeah, I hate it when that happens. I get genuinely, like, people always call me angry, and it's just, I'm not angry. I'm grumpy, and I get frustrated.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Agitated. I get agitated, and people associate with that with the word angry because it's easier.
Yeah.
Fine, fair enough. But I get fucking livid when that happens, and I'm always just like, just fall the fuck asleep, and just like punch the bed or something. I get genuinely fucking angry.
Which then keeps you up more.
It does, yeah, because I get angry. But
Yeah.
then I just hit my head on the windowsill and it's fine.
That'll do it.
I'll just go... and then I wonder why I wake up with...
Still, I resolved that, I thought.
Clearly not enough. Finally, something Tomb has watched. Hi! And but the worst is when you start going, if I go to sleep now, I'll get X amount of sleep. If I go to sleep now, I'll get this much sleep. Absolutely, because you do that math in your head, and if you're me, the math is wrong.
Rich, you can get me close to the camera anytime you want. You just have to beckon me.
You just have to subscribe to his OnlyFans. Chris's rabbit hole.
Oh no, that's the worst joke you've ever made, I think.
Anyway, we are here to talk about something fucking good for once. It's been a long, miserable road.
Hey.
But now we're doing what we want to do.
Yeah.
Iron Man, released on May 2nd, 2008, directed by Jon Favreau, executively produced by Kevin Feige and Avi Arad, the knobhead who Kevin forced out of being the head of Marvel Studios by just informing everyone that he was a bit of a knobhead. And I liked it. And he hasn't made a good film since.
Really? Yeah,
Avi Arad,
true, yeah.
he is in charge of Spider-Man. He's in charge of Sony's Marvel stuff.
To be fair, No Way Home.
Written, directed, and all of that under charge of Marvel.
Yeah, this is true.
I was going to say, I reckon Sony had approximately fuck all to do with the Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, they're doing the Venom and the Morbius.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a theme that you can tell when Marvel is helping and when they're not helping, because there's good movies
And not you Venom and your Morbius.
and Venom and Morbius. And Venom 2, there's a sequel. They're making a third one, and I keep just going, why? Have you seen... Like, if you were a movie director, if you made a movie that has a green symbol on Rotten Tomatoes, move on. Move on. No one likes you. No one wants you. And people who say that they like Morbius are either fucking dumb...
Probably. Probably that
or
one. People are fucking dumb.
lying.
That one too. People lie.
They do. Because
Rule 1 of retail: customers lie.
yes.
And Infinity Gauntlet is back to middle finger pose. Well done for noticing. It's been a couple of weeks.
Tim hasn't been here, to be fair.
No, I didn't mean that in that sense. Just meant it's been a couple of weeks. No one's noticed yet.
I see.
So well done to Tim.
I see. I thought you were being like, you're slow.
No.
I was like, he hasn't been here. Has anyone actually seen more? No, but I've seen enough footage to be like, this is awful.
There is a certain level of irony in Rich's comment.
Is there?
Well, I said rule 1 is customer always lies, and he said customer is always wrong, which is just implying I'm wrong, and I'm really upset.
What? Surely that supports you. Because a lie is incorrect and wrong.
That's true. I take it back.
I read that as a
I take it back.
message of solidarity.
No, I take it back. I see it. I just didn't take it away. I take it back. I'm sorry. Resume.
It also wouldn't be ironic. But that's a semantical debate. What? A semantical debate. Is semantical a word?
Yeah. Yeah, semantical must be a word. Semantically.
Semantical.
Semantically.
I found this on the web.
It's a word. Anyway, with a budget of 140 million US dollars. Very quaint.
No, it says Google said it is a word. I'm not doing this.
I just confirmed. Is semantical a word?
Wait, don't do it. It's not worth it, Jack. It's not worth it.
This on the web.
Oh, it didn't say it out loud. Semantical definition and meaning. Collins English.
Does it say slang? I kind of want it to say slang. Jack's phone just went crazy.
Yeah, also semantical.
Cool. Take the win. Anyway, Iron Man.
Anyway, with a budget of 140 million US dollars, with an opening weekend gross of 98,618,668 US dollars.
Many monies.
Many monies. Worldwide gross of 585,796,240.
Don't take the bait.
I'm not, because the bait is the ban button. $247.
Did well then.
It did well. But
Do you reckon they make another one?
I'm going to say a lot about this movie, about the movie and just general factoids of the movie. It's quite quaint.
It is quite quaint. I would say, though, very good.
It is very good. I watched this on Thursday and just went, I've consumed good Marvel.
So Camilla and I watched it last night and then had this weird, so the post-credit scene in this. I was this film's been out for many years.
Yeah.
Spoilers galore.
14 and a half years.
I've just scribbled so we can work out what to call this bit later.
Fine.
The post-credit scene is Nick Fury saying, "Mr. Stark, you've just entered a universe far greater than you could possibly imagine." And I'd forgotten that. I'd completely forgotten it. And I was like, oh my God, that's so good. Because he's just entered a universe that's far greater than anyone could imagine. This is amazing. And I said to Corinne, I was like, I'm so glad that despite what's happening somewhat with Marvel recently, I'm so glad that we got to witness this. There will never be anything like this.
Prime age. Well, we were like prime age 15.
Yeah, it's like we will never get anything like
I
this.
know, I would have
again.
been. I would have been 14, but yeah.
Yeah.
Prime age.
Just, oh my God. And we were talking about how the whole thing came together. And Camilla and I sort of unanimously, yes, that one, agreed yesterday that we think in Endgame, the on your left moment might be the greatest moment in cinematic history.
I agree.
I
don't think
think you can top it.
I don't think there's a debate.
And then
James
that
Cameron
whole
might debate
section-
it because
oh,
he
that
wants to have blue Pocahontas.
Yes, that guy's a cunt. So irrelevant, but man, I loved this film. I really, really enjoyed watching it last night. I was very pleased to see.
Isn't Tomb 18? Which would make. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, which would make Tomb 4, which also.
Yeah, that's really upsetting.
Anyway.
But yeah, dude, it's just real good. Real good fun. I was really glad to see when I loaded up Disney Plus, I was like, ooh, it's IMAX enhanced. Not sure how. This was filmed well before IMAX cameras or Dolby Vision, but like...
It's not true.
Is it not before IMAX cameras?
No. Because about 3 weeks later, the first film to ever have 4 IMAX.
Batman.
Dark Knight had
are correct.
4 of the only IMAX cameras in the world and broke 2 of them.
I didn't think this was filmed with any IMAX cameras, but maybe it was.
Oh, I doubt it was. I highly doubt it. This would have been. It would just would have been.
Yeah.
re-rendered
I mean, yeah,
upscale.
it does all the whole...
So does Wakanda Forever. 0 out of 10.
Fine by me.
I was very tempted though. It got to the second time it did the blub blub. I was like, I do have the 4K Blu-ray.
I honestly didn't mind. I didn't notice it. And, mate,
I stopped noticing it.
even then, like, it looked fucking great on my TV for this older, non-real Dolby version one. Still fucking excellent. Like,
It wasn't that egregious in iMan because it's stuck on either one of them
for quite a long
time.
period, yeah. And there's some great stuff. I fucking love the real cliche shot now of when he's doing a demonstration of Jericho, and it's so good though.
You know what I wanted to do, but I just couldn't do it. Since Thursday, I've been trying to remember that entire speech to intro with.
You could have just got it up, and then you could have got a script too and read that.
Saucy. I could have done, but I forgot until this very moment because I gave up because I kept fucking forgetting. But anyway, for your consideration, the Jericho missile, yes.
Oh, it's great. It's fucking. I love it. I think the film does a really good job of just slowly introducing the world, introducing the characters just bit by bit, and like really teaching you who Tony Stark is bit by bit. And like, I thought for a bit in the middle, I was like, oh, there's the pacing dropping here, and I was like, I don't think it is. I think it's just that I know it so well that I'm ready for the next big bit because I know the film
I
so
know
well.
this film like the back of my hand.
I don't think it is pacing badly here. I can't say enough good things about this. Like, it's not in any way the best MCU film,
Not even close, no.
but it's fucking.
That's not to say a bad thing.
No, like, and that's when we go through this because we are going to do. The plan at the moment is to do 6, and then we will do the rest as we go down the line a little bit.
I don't know because I worked out.
I'm fine to just keep going through, but we will need to fit in Last of Us.
Tuesdays.
Done.
Done. Or we'll just work around it.
Done. Easy.
Double bills.
Yeah,
and
fine by
things.
me. I'm on board.
Yeah, because I worked out that if we even include Wakanda Forever again on the end, that would be on the 3rd of June. And that's without
me.
That's without a break.
All right, yeah, I'm on board. Let's do this. Let's do it. I'm well in on this massive fucking 9-month. I know that's not right. 8-month, 7-month, sometime of months.
About 7 months, just under 7 months.
I'm well on board. But it's going to be a common theme of like some of the films are going to be low down the list are still going to be real good films.
Oh yeah, for sure. And most of them are in this phase.
Yeah, I think so.
To be fair.
And phase 4.
Yeah. Well,
they're the poor.
movies, it's the TV shows we
Yeah,
really
that's true.
struggle with. There have been a couple of movies where there's like, but we've already kind of agreed they're better when you have removed yourself a little bit. Tim has just said, damn, I forgot about Wakanda Forever. It is very good. I'm obviously not going to say anything.
I'm really glad you said that because reviews have been pretty mediocre.
But then I looked at what the reviews for this are. They're averaging on about 7.
Interesting. Reviewers don't know what they're talking about.
Reviewers have no idea what they talk about because they want blue people.
Yes.
Oh, actually, to be fair, Wakanda Forever has a lot of that.
Spoiled.
How?
Well, now I know Zoe Saldana's in it.
Not true. For one, in Marvel, she's green.
Yeah, but she's blue in the other one.
The Talacoans are blue.
The what are blue?
The Talacoans.
Okay.
Namor's people.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. I haven't seen the film.
I
I'll see it.
but
I'll
they're
see
in-
it next week. I'm sure.
You've seen the trailers, haven't you?
I've seen a trailer.
There would have been blue people.
No, I believe you. I just don't. I don't in any way doubt it either. I just don't remember. So yeah, that's going to be a common theme, but I think Iron Man just does a fantastic job of just setting up what this universe is going to be and all these subtle little things, and you know, the Coulson we get in this. I forgot that Coulson is back as far as this first film.
Yep.
And yeah, straight in just Agent Coulson and the whole kind of joke of whatever SHIELD stands for.
Yeah, they Strategic Homeland Enforcement. No, Strategic Homeland
Intelligence.
No, is it intelligence?
Should it?
Why have I forgotten what the I is? Enforcement and Logistics Division is the rest of it.
Yeah.
But what is I? Strategic Homeland. Is it intelligence?
I don't even know what shingles looks like. I mean, this is saying Supreme Headquarters of International Espionage and Law Enforcement Division.
That's because that's what it stands for in the comics.
Okay, there's more. Working on it. Here we go. Strategic Hazard Intervention Espionage Logistics.
It's not hazardous.
Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement
Intervention.
and Logistics Division. Why is there so many meanings for SHIELD?
Because they keep changing it.
Yeah.
It's like sword.
But I like that. I liked that gag and just.
It is a good joke. They ruin it later because they show that it's been SHIELD since the 40s.
Yeah, that's true.
But for the time,
Yeah,
when
no,
that
it was
hadn't
good
happened yet.
teasing and stuff like that. A little
Exactly.
bit.
And
We'll
if
get
you
him with the
knew,
cock
you'd be
tease
like-
nice and early. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's real good. But there's so much stuff they're setting up things in this one that you get the payoffs for. In Endgame, still like just tiny little things, little throwaway comments, and man, I'm just a big fan, and like it's real good. It's real good. I love the. My favorite sequence in this film is actually when he's building the suit with Jarvis and testing all the different stuff, and when he goes and does the first like. So when he does he tells off. He's like, "Can you be back there? Because you're making me feel like I'm a fire hazard or whatever and stuff." He like make me feel like I'm gonna catch fire at any moment. And then he does his first fly around, and the first time of him flying around in the suit is fucking great as well. It's such a good scene, such a good sequence. And then as he crashes in, and then just
It's a heavy suit.
it is.
It's a heavy suit. Just lying there and just get some fire extinguisher and then just...
It's just really good. And I was thinking about this. I was like, man, Marvel's little comedy back then was so good as well. Just subtle, contextual comedy that kind of made sense. Like, so much of it now is just, look how stupid Thor is. And,
Yes.
you know, it's Love and Thunder, just every line is trying to be a joke.
And none of them were.
And none of them were, yeah. And it's just... It misses all of that. It's like, man, I really hope I hope that as we've decided to sit and watch through all these films, so has Kevin Feige, and he goes, "Oh, this is what was good.
Yes.
See where I've gone
I'm
wrong."
hoping he's rewatched the first Avengers and gone,
Yeah,
this Infinity War and Endgame, and you go, this is the sweet spot. This is what we should be making. Not a legal comedy without any legal or comedy. Not an animated series about nothing.
but what if?
It went and fucked itself. There's my views.
So, what about you? What's your thoughts on this film? Like, what would?
It's very quaint. No, it is very quaint compared to what we have, but that's not a criticism at all. This film's great. I love it. Obviously, just remember and go to the cinema for it and be like, oh my fucking God, and having no idea what in a mere 4 years' time would happen, and then just be like, oh shit, and then just let me talk to you about the Avengers Initiative, and you just be like, cardiac arrest.
See, I remember when because I wasn't really familiar with it, and I was never familiar with the comics and stuff like that, and a lot of these films I didn't really see properly until like we were nearing Avengers.
I mean, there's not many of them.
No, but I mean, I was a little bit behind. I wasn't watching this in the cinema and be like, wow, because I just, just didn't think it was what I was interested in. I hadn't experienced it. So, but Camilla's mum is a big fan of this stuff. And she is a huge fan of Robert Downey Jr. So she went.
This is fair.
They went, her interest in Iron Man was Robert Downey Jr. And then obviously the film was really good. So that got her attention, which then as the next few films comes out, gets her attention a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then, I'm then watching them with them. I'm like, yeah, fuck, no, these are really good. These are actually really good. And then as you start realizing what we're about to get to with Avengers, I remember there being a period of what we're about to get before we got Avengers. I remember it's like, we're about to get this. I
remember the first ever trailer for the Avengers was the post-credit scene of Captain America.
Yes. And that was just something else. I remember that film just being something else entirely. Going and experiencing that, I was like, we are on a different level of movies right now. And we'll never get there again. I mean, we surpassed it for a while, but we'll never get there again.
What are you talking about? Thunderbolts is going to be great.
But, I think even just as a film, it does so much right. I think that I love this sort of idea that it does with a film where you don't really realize who the main villain is, and you're kind of made to think the main villain is just this terrorist group that's kidnapped him. Because after he's escaped, there's clips of them searching the desert for the suit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're easily just led to believe that, okay, it's just a typical small-time villain and whatnot.
Well, the Ten Rings is a huge thing.
No, but I mean, yeah, but obviously within the film, it feels just like, okay, they're just,
Yeah. Also, the Ten Rings isn't a group.
Yeah. But within the film, it's like, oh, okay, this is just a terrorist group, whatever. It's a very typical
villain. Yeah, for sure.
And I think that they do a really good job of giving you enough information to question Obadiah. But the little reveal of him at the party, just putting his arm around his shoulder and just being like, who do you think it was that forced you out? And just a realization of like, oh shit, like there is more
it's
here.
Jeff Bridges.
And all of that stuff, and Pepper reading all the stuff on the computer up, and sort of him standing there and just being like, what are we going to do about this? Like, that's just great. It's really good film writing because they don't give you enough to really work it out beforehand, but there's enough given to you you would question his motives. Just really good writing to give you a reveal and a twist partway through the film and give you a different enemy and give you more to it and more depth to it and to why. And I think they do a great job of all that. And there's like good character development for Stark throughout the film. The obvious character development arc, obviously, of him being a reformed arms dealer that has seen what his weapons do.
It's always
and wants
been weird
to
me that an arms dealer becomes that famous, though.
For sure.
Because I'm just like, can I think of any in the world?
Tony Stark.
He's not real.
He is. I just watched him on the TV last night.
What's the documentary?
It's like he was in the room.
If the MCU was a documentary, do you know what ungodly shit I would have injected myself with by now? Just on the one hope that I turn into like a human stick insect or something.
Out of all the things, that's what you came up with, a human stick insect. You want to be sticky.
Spider-Man sticky.
Well, that kind of sticky. He's sticky. He'd be sticky.
I don't know, like Ladybug Man.
What was that gonna do? An enemy.
Ladybugs are fucking vicious.
It's big.
I'll be one of the poisonous ones.
Can you get? Is there poisonous ladybugs?
I'm pretty sure there is.
I don't doubt it. There are poisonous everything.
Poisonous ladybugs or ladybirds. No.
Here's what I found.
Orange tinted ladybugs, also known as Asian lady beetles, tend to have the most toxins in their bodies.
Oh.
It doesn't finish the sentence, so that could be one of the... Do you remember... I don't think it's true, but do you remember the whole thing of Daddy Longlegs?
I was just thinking about that.
The most poisonous insects in the world, but they can't bite.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I don't think that's true either.
I don't think that's true at all.
No.
I think it's one of the... if you smile, like if you're pulling a face when the wind changes...
What?
It'll stay that way.
I see. Might do.
Hannah says, yeah, but look at Elon Musk. He's a rocket designer. Tony Stark is basically the pre-Elon. That's true, but before that, he invented PayPal and started Tesla.
Let's just, there must be poisonous lazy birds in Australia.
There's poisonous everything.
True. Very true.
Katie said she thought it was true.
See, I've always known that I've always kind of been aware of the daddy long legs thing, but been under the impression it's one of those kind of like old wives' tales myths. It's not really a thing.
We'll never know. They can't bite us, so we'll never have to worry.
No.
Do you know what's really weird? Spiders, get rid of them, burn them all. Daddy long legs, don't bother me.
I hate everything.
Like, there can be a daddy long legs just... Hi.
Quinta's like that. She hates spiders. Daddy long legs should just go grab it and pick it up and throw it out. It's weird.
It's weird. It's because they have more traversal options.
They do, yeah.
They can do the whole
Many of
spider
those
things, and they can just fly at you.
Yeah.
Madness. Anyway, maybe that will be the insect that I become. Just a hunking hurly daddy with really long legs.
And you're already one of those.
My legs aren't that long. Just Googled, and the Wildlife Trust says it's a myth. Okay, cool.
Apparently they tested daddy long legs thing on Mythbusters.
How do you test?
Oh, they test everything on Mythbusters.
That is true. That is true.
I think that's why they stopped making Mythbusters, because they ran out of things to test. We've completed science on Discovery.
You get turned into spaghetti if you fall into a black hole. Where's that test?
So why,
Hey,
man?
Adam. Forgotten your last name. That's why I just called you
Savage.
Adam. How did I forget the coolest last name?
Yeah, I
in the
know.
universe? Daddy long legs bounce around. Yeah, that's true. They are just like, hello. I've come to home invade.
That's what Jack does when he gets here as well. Walks through, hello?
To be fair, it's, hello. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
But anyway, Iron Man.
I was about to say something and we got distracted talking about ladybugs. Buds? Birds? Bugs. And I don't remember what I was going to say.
Birds is the British way of saying it. Also, why has every country got an absolutely chaotic name for a woodlouse?
Do they?
What do you think an American calls a woodlouse?
Woodlouse.
Roly-poly.
Fuck off.
And in some parts, it's a roly-poly-oly.
Fuck off. No, I don't, that's more bullshit than the whole the Welsh call the microwave a pop de ping. I don't buy that for a second.
Roly-poly.
Oh, fuck. You idiots. You can come up with something better than the fucking roly-poly bug. Just look on the internet at this point and go, we've got that wrong, lads. They're called a woodlouse.
Do you want to know what the scientific name is, though?
Woodlouse.
Armadillididae. Armadillididae.
Yeah, it is an armadillididae.
Technically, they're pill bugs in...
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard
but
bugs.
they are roly-polies or roly-poly-oly.
Anyway, what I was doing, I remember I was talking about character progression and character development. Because there's the obvious
This is
one.
my character progression is roly-poly-oly, man. Anyway. It's a new form of absconding. I just roll away.
Oh, dear. Anyway.
We're trying to rabbit onto a nature show. It's just us flabbergasted by nature.
I am regularly flabbergasted by nature. To
Same.
be fair, so,
There's some mad shit out there.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, kangaroos are jacked. That doesn't make any fucking sense
and their
to me.
weird fucking pouch thing. The pouch thing for kangaroos where their babies are grown and then live is weird.
It is bizarre. It's
Yeah.
just an outer womb with
Yeah.
a sunroof.
Yeah, it's fucking odd.
It's really odd. But I just don't understand how they are so fucking jacked. It's like, do you know how much effort I would have to put in to doing that? And you just are kangaroo. I love kangaroos. Oh,
The pouch is disgusting, I agree.
how much is armadillo pill bucks? are you doing about film? I remember a kindergarten poem which went something like, roly poly, where are you? Here, I am, here.
That was weird.
I feel like I've just entered the Twilight Zone.
It's quite a weird segue, Toom. But
I feel
fair
like
enough.
you've just put a curse on me. What have I done?
I appreciate the contribution, but it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Oh dear.
Plyometrics, jumps engage all your muscles. Kangaroos jump everywhere, therefore. How does a jump? I'm not disagreeing because, as I said, nature's fucking wild. But how does a jump?
I get that. You look,
It's not going to increase the muscle mass of your arms.
if you're
though.
moving your muscle arms quite a lot, your arm muscles.
But there's no resistance to that, though. You're not going to get.
Air?
You're not going to get jacked by doing this.
Well, yeah, no, if you got jacked by doing that.
Why are you going all the way around? This is what happens when we're doing something we like. We don't actually talk about it still. We just laugh as opposed to complain. Ugh.
Tony Stark, it's a really good character development in this one, because not only does it have the obvious logical plot line of an arms dealer that wants to become a good man, but it does also start to set up all the stuff with Pepper, which is really good, because it does it subtly again. Well, no, it's not subtle, they make a big fuss of it, but it's like the little increments to it, and
It's not just jump straight.
yeah, exactly, and it is leading up to it. And Rich just says clip it. There are many things the clip moment has passed.
Unfortunately, the clip button only goes back 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it's really finicky.
Yeah,
Like
you can push it, but it's like 30 seconds. But it does 30 seconds, but starts it like 35 seconds ago.
Yeah.
It's a bastard, is what it is. His character progression with Vagina Candle Lady.
I thought of Jeremy Clarkson when I was watching her.
There is some filthy joke in there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because of his rant about vagina candles.
Yeah, and he made the candle which smells like his balls.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how microphones tend to work. I don't know what you want me to do about that one.
It's more because I was speaking and they couldn't hear me.
Oh, I see.
That's I was more just prompting him reminding him of what he was saying. So I don't know. What is it with you and not understanding what people are saying?
Well, I am literally autistic, so I think I get a free pass.
You do get a free pass. I forget about that though because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that's just I'm good.
I have the sense that Toon didn't know that.
Well, I don't talk about it very often. It'd be weird.
It would be weird.
It'd be very weird. Yeah. Hannah has done some research on kangaroos, of course.
Kangaroos are genetically predisposed to be more muscular. 50% of them is muscle. Good fucking lord. Plus jumping
I mean-
and the box. To be fair, they do punch a lot.
Don't want to brag, but 50% of me is also muscle.
It's your tongue.
My brain.
Your brain isn't a muscle.
Comedy! Do we like Iron Man or not?
Iron Man is good. He does the fly and the pew.
Oh, mate, do you know what? Yeah, so what I was going to say about the character progression with him is I like the kind of... Oh, wait, what triggers it?
The kidnapping?
Yeah, and then... But no, there's a moment where I think it's when he realises that his missiles are out there with the enemy.
Oh, when they come in and they're holding his guns. Oh, his missile. It's the they were at the party.
Yeah,
the
and then
reporter
that's
comes
when
back
he
to him.
like really switches into right. I'm gonna be
let's fix this.
yeah. And the scene of him like standing in his the scene of him like standing in his like lab and just like pow pow like and just the look on his face of like
Rage.
right. Yeah, I get it. There are many times where I thought like if I had the money, I reckon I would snap. If I had the money to fund pillaging, Yeah, but like just to fund this kind of like, right, I'm taking this shit into my own hands. I reckon I would just snap and take shit into my own hands.
I agree, because do you know how close I am on a daily basis?
To snapping anyway.
Yes,
Yeah, no, I understand.
And I don't have the money.
Yeah, I think all I'm missing is the funding.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because then I'd be like, I don't care if I get fired.
Yeah.
You're going over the balcony.
I own the jail. It's fine.
Yes.
But I love that scene, and they do such a good job in just kind of when he's in that Iron Man suit properly for the first time, and he goes out there and he saves that village and stuff. Obviously, you can't see his face, but they do such a good job of just in his body language, his body movement, of like really emoting, and you can kind of really see already kind of like that cockiness and arrogance of, yeah, fuck you guys. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do the right thing here and protect these people, and fuck you lot, and just this stern kind of like you can't stop me. Look at what I'm wearing. They do a really, really good job with that, at just setting that up, and I loved the whole thing where he grabs the guy, pulls him through, drops him down, and he's like, he's all yours, and just off he flies. It's like, fuck, that's quite brutal. That's probably
It's
more
cold,
brutal
yeah.
than like,
It is cold,
Yeah.
100%. But also, you'd be like, yeah, I didn't do anything.
Fair fucks. Yeah, no, I'm bored.
I also agree. That plane hit him.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with him on that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But obviously you've got like Rhodey's kind of...
I also love the fucking arrogance of the Americans to be like, this is our airspace above a completely different country.
That is very American, isn't it?
It is particularly American. I also like the idea of laugh at the idea of arguing over airspace.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking air. How can you say claim air? I hate the world. Oh my lord! Cavemen had it right, in that they had nothing.
Well, they didn't have the MCU.
But they also didn't have many people.
This is true.
And people are
yeah,
the problem.
I would be happier if there wasn't many people.
Mm. And knowing that
The door just opened.
it did.
Physics.
Why is the door opening?
Physics. I also really like in this, like, this is probably I can only assume this is the first film to really do it because obviously it's Iron Man, but and obviously it's kind of just become a trope, not a trope, but just like the thing that we all know now, which is the shot of him inside the suit, just the face with the black background and the heads-up display. Mm-hmm. I think it looks fucking great.
It does.
I think it's a really cool, interesting shot. I think it's a really great way of dealing with those sections of. They want to have humanized dialogue, but obviously you can't see his face.
I much prefer that to the fact that now everyone has nanotech helmets that can just disappear at will.
Absolutely.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, because they always look dodgy as well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because it means that this is also back in the era where the suits were there.
Yeah,
the suits were real. But
just
most of that suit, not all the time, obviously, but most of that suit is a practical suit.
Yeah.
There's no legs. There's never any legs because you won't be able to move. But the upper half, to the point where I remember watching special features, it took them fucking forever to find a stuntman who could fit the helmet on his head.
How many stuntmen can say that they can fit Tony Stark's helmet on his head?
We're children.
Yep.
I think pretty much everything about this movie is great. I can't think of much in the way of flaws.
No, I mean, there isn't really any. Like, it's weird. Because it's just a good from start to finish movie. You got some good action scenes. All the action scenes work. The comedy all hits. Like, it's an interesting plot. Obviously, the final moment. Like,
well, I'd say the final... Not the final moment, but... Okay, the final fight is the beginning of the trope of fighting yourself.
Yeah. Maybe that. But obviously, because it's the first one, though...
You kind of let it go.
Yeah, you kind of let it go a little bit. But The final moment in that press conference of him talking to Coulson, and Coulson's like giving him this story, and he's just like questioning the cover stories. It's not my first rodeo, Mr. Stark. Like, just trust me, just go with it, just read the cards. And he's out there, and immediately he's getting himself distracted, and it's just it's so iconic. But the whole truth is, I am Iron Man. Bam! Like, it's just fucking great. Yeah. It's so good, and I think I think the idea. I don't think we had. I mean, maybe we did, but I don't think we had a super movie by that point that was really focusing on the lack of secret identity.
Yeah, no.
I feel like this must have been one of the first to really just push on, like, not having this whole
secret identity
thing.
Yeah, this is probably the first one, because obviously before this we had all the Batman movies, Batman Begins, the Spider-Man movies,
Superman, Incredibles.
Yeah, it's all Incredibles. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
The early Fantastic. Well, that's Fantastic Four.
Suppose yeah.
Yeah, they don't have secret identities, but they never did in the comics either. Whereas Iron Man does. Yeah. In the comics, well, did. I think the MCU kind of changed everything on that front, but I like the idea of just they're existing. Why? It
fits Stark's character, and I think it's a great setup for what this universe was going to be.
There are very few people that actually have secret identities in the MCU.
Yeah.
And I just like the fact that there's none of this "it endangers my family" trope.
Yeah.
It's just and so the only ones that have secret identity, on and off, would be Spider-Man and
at first Black Panther.
I'm pretty sure that but that was not really. He wasn't hiding it, because the first thing he did when he interacted was take his helmet off. I swear there was another one. Chat, help me. I swear there was another hero in the MCU as a secret identity. Well, Miss Marvel does now. Trying to think of the TV shows. Moon Knight doesn't. But no one really knows who Moon Knight is, to be fair. Maybe it is just Spider-Man. Maybe I'm just imagining that there's another one.
Maybe.
But I think that works.
Yeah, no, I do. That's what I mean.
It even makes sense within this universe for Spider-Man to be a bit more uptight about it, because he's a kid. He just wants to live his life and go to school. And
I just think it just sets up that kind of like, this is what this universe is going to be. This is what we're getting into. It's going to be, and it's just a great fucking starting point, isn't it? Like, this is just a great starting point.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and it's easy to see how we are where we are now based on this movie being the first one. Yes, Elon Musk did have a cameo in Iron Man 2. Very bizarre. Very bizarre.
So, we can do something we haven't done on Admit One before. Indeed. That we're doing kind of as a trial, but for the MCU films. Which is we're going to agree on a score. We're going to score the film.
Indeed.
What's your vote? What would you score it?
A bit good, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Which is weird though, because that's an 8.
Yes.
But we were saying it's not really any flaws.
There aren't really any flaws, but there are stuff it doesn't have.
Yeah.
Like it. I keep using this word as a joke, but it is very quaint as a movie, and there isn't really a huge amount of like great character back and forth. Pepper is a perfectly serviceable, fine, good character, but she's nothing amazing. And then
I guess it's like, this film's really good for what it is, really good for setting the foundations, but because
it's a building block.
Yeah, because you can tell it's a foundation, it's a building block. You know there's more to come, and that's lacking. Therefore, it doesn't quite bring it all the way to being something higher than just like an 8.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of that. If there are movies that are higher than this, this can't be the top. And I probably will throughout this say that there is a movie that is better or worse than Iron Man, but still an 8. So it's not a perfect science, but I would say a bit good in it. And it's really hard to justify, because it doesn't really have any flaws. Like the final battle is a bit whatever, like it's whatever. But that's not what the movie is about, so it doesn't really matter too much. Everything else is really fucking good, but it's not perfect. Terrence Howard's fine.
Nah, they deal with him though. Get rid of him.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's got nothing to do with the acting. It
Yeah.
was that he was greedy.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Camilla about that last night as well, and I was like, I actually think Marvel did because I think Don Cheadle's better in the
Don
role.
Cheadle is better. I always think that there is always, like, in these movies, like, some just jokes that don't land, which is fine. That's going to be the same in every movie. You're going to have a joke that doesn't land, but they always give them to Don Cheadle. And there is one of the moments. This is about a different movie, but we'll forget by the time we got in there, so it's fine. It was like Thor in Endgame. Thor's having a really vulnerable moment, where he's just like, "I need to feel worthy again. Let me do it about the gauntlet." He's like, "What do you think is flowing through my veins?" He's like, "Squirty cheese or cheese whiz or something." I'm like, "Fuck off, Don Cheadle." It was the beginning of them having to undermine every moment with a joke, But no, I do think Don Cheadle is much better, and he has a better chemistry with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
100%. In fact, we'll get to it in Iron Man 2, but they actually have a joke that they earn just by being good. Unlike The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Wank.
So we're going to agree on an 8?
We're going to agree on an 8.
8. A bit good, innit?
A bit good in it. Aren't we fancy?
Yeah, we are indeed.
Where would you rank this movie on the list?
Oh, that's a good question. Where would I rank Iron Man? Let's have a look at the ranking and see if we can work out where it goes. Oh yeah, I reckon that's probably about right. Yeah, I reckon just there. Oh, there. I don't know what that was.
It was like a weird gas release just from the middle. I get that sometimes. It's weird. It wasn't a burp. It wasn't a stomach grumble.
I don't have any control over it.
I imagine it was something just opening.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what it could have possibly been. Like a vocal cord opening or something. But do they open? Of course they do. Do they?
I don't know.
They flap, don't they?
Are there 30 now? Yes, if
Wakanda
including
Forever is
Wakanda
30.
Forever, yeah.
By the time we get to 30, there'll
There'll be
probably
more.
be 32.
Yeah.
There will be 32. By the time we get to 30, there'll be 32. Because Ant-Man and Guardians will be out by the time that we get there.
Well, there you go. There's a long road ahead, but it is a road that I am fucking excited for. So
I don't think this will be topped for 5 weeks.
I think you might be right.
I know I'm right. In that regard. I don't think anyone in the world would disagree with me either. They might disagree with me on how much we like the movies, but I don't think anyone in the known universe
Yeah, I'm just thinking about them now. Yeah.
would say that any of the, excluding Avengers, Phase 1 movies are better than that. Because it just objectively is not true. But next week, unfortunately, it is a bit of a low. It is The Incredible Hulk.
Do you know what, mate? It's been such a long time since I've seen this film. I barely remember it. I'm kind of up for watching it.
Oh, I'm up for watching it. I don't mind it that much. I just know it. As we've said, like, there are lows, but they're not bad.
Yeah. There are a couple. There are a couple which I'm not particularly keen on watching again, but
I would still say that they're not bad. They're just not. They're fine.
yeah.
They exist.
Yeah.
I would say, and to be fair, they're probably the same ones that we're thinking of, because
I know we differ on Guardians.
we differ on Guardians too, because I don't like that very much. But I imagine one of them is Captain Marvel
Captain Marvel, Thor, Dark World.
and Dark World. Yeah. It's not as bad as you think.
No, it's not. It's just would
Whatever.
happily leave it.
Yeah. For those who don't know, I'm going to double check that.
Agreed, Hannah.
I would say even
Agreed.
the worst MCU film is better than any DCEU film. Disagree only just. Only just. I would say things like Shazam, I would say, is better than Thor.
Does
Dark
the
World, for
Batman
example.
count as DC?
No.
Oh, right.
No, it's not the DC universe that they're building.
Dome.
Something's in the way. Ooh. Anyway, let me check what I was going to. I want to make sure it's still true, because otherwise people are going to be quite annoyed. Or just not watch it. Yeah, obviously The Incredible Hulk isn't on Disney Plus, but it is on Netflix. So there is no having to rent this monstrosity. Do you like it?
Good. It's good.
It's definitely mostly true. I'm pretty sure that's probably like the only example. There are a couple of Marvel movies that I didn't like as much as I liked Shazam. But otherwise, like, everyone's accepting Aquaman is quite good because it hits the low bar of MCU. Whereas everything else is a mess. I do enjoy Man of Steel as well. And
I have not seen it.
it's like there are some that are bad. A lot of them are DCEU movies are bad. I haven't rewatched Shazam since this. I don't think I have either, so I don't know how well it would hold up. And I quite like Man of Steel, but Man of Steel is a weird one because it wasn't going to be the DCEU. They were going to try and connect it to the Dark Knight, which is why it's so doom and gloomy and dull colours and all this, that, and the other. And the Wayne Enterprises logo is exactly the same and everything because they wanted to bring Henry Cavill into the Dark Knight trilogy. I don't know why they did that after the entire fucking trilogy, but I think you're right, Hannah, because Aquaman is on beforehand. I remember us seeing that and me being shocked by the TV debut because I didn't understand what the network debut meant. But anyway, Incredible Hulk is on Netflix for everyone to watch there, and that is when we will next be back. There's nothing this Tuesday, is there?
Nope.
Nothing this Tuesday. Obviously, next Friday will be a gaming stream.
I've written penis fuck just there.
Oh, Aquaman was on today. Okay, fine. I thought it was one after the other. I like new Happy Rabbit Hole. Yay!
We have opted out of doing press start today to remain Happy Rabbit Hole.
To be fair, we could still do press start, just not talk about God of War.
I don't think I could. If anything, there's not enough to talk about.
There's quite a lot to talk about. I don't think we would be Happy Rabbit Hole, but there is stuff to talk about.
I'm not worried. I'd rather just wait until we can just talk about something properly, personally.
So we know what game. So Rich will be joined, I presume that'll be with Sammy next Friday to do a gaming stream of the Escape Academy DLC. They did the main game of Escape Academy. Did you stream that or just play it? I can't remember. You did play it. You did. I'm fucking idiot. You did stream it, didn't you?
Yeah, they streamed it.
Yeah, I thought you did. I can't remember anything anymore. So coming up next is our nature show. It's our nature show.
Called Penis Fuck, which is why I've written it.
But anyway, that'll be next Friday at 8. Join for the good times and the escape roominess. I like an escape room. We need to do the We Were Here's. Can hippos swim? No. I think I've heard somewhere that hippos just walk along the bottom.
Yeah, this was
Have we had this conversation?
Yes. Yeah, this
is
was
that why
this
I'm
was,
reminded
yeah.
of it? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
It was to do with Moon Knight.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Fuck me, that was so loud. My guitars are ringing.
Because of the hippo.
To be fair, I did a yawn the other day, which was just the right
Frequency. Yeah, I do that
that
sometimes.
made one string in particular ring at such a particular thing, and I was clearly at the right note. Camilla and I was in here. Camilla and I were in here working together, and I did the big like, and the and the string like went ringing like perfect note, and I was like, Camilla looked at me and I went, oh, and like did it again, and was like, oh, this talent I have found.
Henry Cavill. I think.
See, now, yeah, the whole comment there, Richard said, Henry Cavill leaves Witcher to be Superman again. Opinions, go. Now, I would argue that's not the reason he's left The Witcher 3. It just so happens that he is doing that as well.
I think it is, but I think it's the stars have aligned.
Yeah.
I think he's had the opportunity to be Superman again. He's seen where The Witcher is going and has gone, I've decided I'd rather do Superman.
Yeah. So there was public articles out that the writers essentially of
are
The Witcher
ignoring the source material
and specifically like have issues and don't like the source material. And obviously Henry Cavill is a purist, and not just a purist, but is a fan of both source materials. He's a fan of the games and the books, and was one of the people campaigning for this season for this show to be made, and has said openly that
He'll do it for as long as
He'll do it for as long as it
faithful,
remains
yeah.
faithful. And if what they're writing and what they're going for is not faithful, he won't be in. And his contract is up, and he's just not renewing it. And because he's got other jobs as Superman. There is also, I'm seeing a lot of rumors that he might be the next Bond, which I'd be okay with. I reckon he'd be a good Bond.
So do I.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I reckon he could do it. He could fit that really fine line between like a Sean Connery,
Yeah.
minus the problems.
Yes.
With
You mean minus the Scottish accent? Give me your best Sean Connery.
no.
It wasn't far off.
What old Sean Connery, where he's just like, the name Spond,
Yeah.
James Spond, and Daniel Craig.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it'd
Because
be a good
obviously
fine line
he
between
is
both
the
of them.
size of a brick shit house.
Yeah. I'd be all over. Henry Cavill Bond, yes.
Yeah.
The
I'm
idea of that does
absolutely
things
fine
to
with
me. So, yeah.
that. Absolutely fine with that. I'd also be okay with. I enjoyed him being spies in. Oh, I read that as MIB. I was like, he was in Men in Black.
But he's also good in Mission Impossible.
He was obviously the baddie. He has explained the reloading his.
I love the reloading his wrists. It's great.
He explained as to why is because it was like it was really long day of doing that, and he knew that if he just did it, he was gonna like tear. So it was him just warming up his arms. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something that's gonna really exert my arms. So it was just preparing.
But
And
it worked. It was
stayed in
cool.
Oh, it was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just melted me, and like, just, Daddy, please.
Mother, may I?
Father, let me prepare.
Father. And the tone is significantly lowered here at New Happy Rabbit Hole.
Because you're a big gay. I am actually saved in someone's phone as Delicious Bear.
Nice.
I appreciate it. And they're saved in mine as Beautiful Cherub.
Is it Matt?
Yes. But anyway, we've told you what we're doing next. So that's that. And until next time. Well, thank you very much for joining, I should say. Because we're not ungrateful. Little bastards.
And we're going away now. We're not coming back for press start.
It's been decided. We shall
Well,
see you
I
next...
would rather talk about God of War. That's all. So I'd rather, in which case, wait and do it next week when we both played more and can do an even more in-depth conversation. Because at the moment, we can't have much of a conversation on it based off how little you've played.
Yeah, trying to avoid
Yeah, so
spoiling
like,
anything.
I'd
Yes.
rather just wait until we can do it properly.
Yep, agreed. Thank you very much for joining, and until next time, we shall see you then.
I am Rabbit Hole.